Today I want to talk to you about dogs that can be overexcited by toys or are constantly asking you to play with the toy and not getting enough rest during the day if you're home all day. Now, some dogs, like my other border collie, Splash, you can reinforce them every time they ask you to play with them because they won't ask you very often. So with my other border collie, Splash, who's 11 now, throughout her whole life, if she ever wanted to play with me, I'd be like, oh boy, cool, let's play. But for other dogs, if you always play with them when they ask you to play with them, some dogs can start to want to play with you all the time and get anxious and stressed when you can't play with them, and it becomes almost obsessive. So I want to show you a very easy game to play with your dog that can be overexcited by toys. The point of this exercise is not to suddenly limit how much exercise your dog gets, but to make the exercise and the play contingent on calmness, which means that the dog will be reinforced with play for being calm rather than being overexcited, stressed, and bothering you for your attention when the dog gets to play. So here we are in the living room, and my border collie is nice and relaxed. This is Wish, my 3-year-old border collie. She just turned 3, and she is really good at settling. So when you work on settle for food, it's exactly the same exercise. If you've seen my settle for food video, settle for toys is exactly the same. So you're waiting for that moment in your house when your dog is not thinking about playing, and then you're going to tell your dog, hey, let's play. So I'm going to say to Wish, hey, do you want to play with the Frisbee? Come. And then I'm going to get the Frisbee out of the drawer. Oops, wrong drawer. And you can see she's not that excited about it, and it's pretty calm. Are you ready? Twerp. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Another thing you can do besides initiating play when your dog's not thinking about it, when they're in a calm settle, is to initiate the play when your dog's not thinking about it throughout the day while they're doing other activities where they're not too excited. So for example, maybe you've let your dog out to the toilet, you're letting your dog back in, and they're casually walking in. Then you can ask your dog, hey, do you want to play Frisbee? In not too an exciting voice, and then you play with your dog. Or you suddenly whip the Frisbee out of your pocket. Hey, Wishy. Ready? I find what usually happens in a household where a dog is a little overexcited by a toy or obsessive about toys is that the dog is pretty much ignored all the time that the dog is perfect and calm and relaxed. And what is reinforced is the dog acting over-aroused, stressed, or obsessively bothering the owner in order for the toy. So the toy becomes contingent on acting overexcited and obsessive about toys. So to change that picture, you really need to start paying attention to your dog's behavior throughout the day and picking moments that your dog is calm, relaxed, and not thinking about toys to initiate playing with a toy with your dog. Now, if you have a really mellow, chilled out dog that very rarely asks to play with you, it's not that big of a deal. This tutorial is for dogs that can get overexcited and obsessive about toys. I hope you enjoyed that tip. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to channel Kikopup. Do you guys want to play with toys? Splash, you want to play with a toy? Ready? Get it, Splashy. You get it.